there must be other fellas like me. I'll maybe start a business. Ben Pearson is here in the studio this morning from Scunthorpe. Ben, nice to see you. Tar for coming in.
Oh, nice to see you too, Burnsy.
Thank you very much. Tell us about yourself and the business you've started.
Well, I'm 23 years old and I'm 24 stone, and for the last few years I've found it so difficult to get fashionable clothing that fits and makes me feel good. I don't want to be in old-fashioned clothing that's tight and makes me feel uncomfortable. I want to be proud of my size, and what we've done is we've opened up a company selling big and tall men's clothing. Not just for the bigger person, but for somebody who's 7 foot plus. They would also find it very difficult to get clothing, and we wanted it to be fashionable, and it's an expanding market. So we think there's a good market there for this. And from personal experience, I found it so difficult that I thought I'd start this company.
Was it depressing for you then? Because you're a young man, you're 23, so you wanted to dress in clothes that were, not from years and years ago. Was it depressing for you?
It was very depressing, Burnsy. I used to go with friends down the high street, and they'd be buying clothes and look at this shirt. Wouldn't you like one? And nothing would even be close to fitting me. And I'd try them on in the changing room. I'd feel embarrassed. I'd feel hot, frustrated. I just really got sick of it, so I started looking online, and I was ordering over the line, a mail order when catalogues came through the door, but I just wasn't quite finding what I wanted, and I thought I've got to do something about this. So we're here to change the times. Big Clothing for You want to make a difference, and we've been really working hard on our styles over the last 2 years to find what the young person between 20 and 40-year-olds would want to wear.
Cuts me out then. I was almost hopeful there. Young person no longer, Ben. You've killed me this morning. I'm only teasing you. So are you an online business then?
We are. We're purely online, and we ship all around the world. And we've had people contacting us from the States wanting us to ship it over there. And we're rushed off our feet at the moment with Christmas coming up and new styles. Because there are companies that have tried to get close to this. What we're doing, but they may have one or two items that are fashionable, but you have to scroll through a whole site that's not very user-friendly. What we've done is we've produced a user-friendly website, so someone can go in, they can see it's big, they can see it's for the upper body, shirt, bang, they're straight there, and it's all fashionable clothing. Yes, we sell plain shirts for the younger person as well. We sell plain clothing, because not everyone wants to be walking around in floral shirts, Hawaiian shirts, so we have things that would suit the older gentleman as well, but
that's all right. I'm in then. And so is the business doing well? Are you sort of?
It is. We've only been going about a week and a half.
Is that all? I didn't quite realise your business was that new.
It is. We've put so much work into it that it's sort of taken off from day one because I've spent so many years trying to plan this.
Right. Oh, okay. And you're drawing customers from around the world.
Absolutely.
So is it at the moment you and a pal, you and a backer? What's going on?
I've got a friend that's got a web design company, and she's invested a small amount of money. But I've been working hard, working for the last few years to save up enough money to be able to do this.
Right. Okay. Which school did you go to in Scunthorpe?
I started off at the Vale of Ancombe in Brig.
Right.
And then I went on to
obviously made a big impression on you, Ben.
Yes.
I always like to know when people are doing stuff locally, where they went to school and what have you. Where are you sourcing your clothes then?
We source them from all over, and we've got a good supply over in Germany, because this is what we found. The Germans come up with really good, a bit like cars. They come up with really good designs, quality clothing, and they can offer at good value prices. So we're sourcing it from Germany, and we've got a lot of supplies in the UK because we know that people like things to be British made.
Right. Okay. The company's called Big Clothing for You.
It is,
and people can search you out on the web and everything.
They can. It's bigclothingforyou.co.uk.
All right. What's the ambition for the business then?
Well, we've started with started with about 4,000 or 5,000 products, and we're looking to expand that quite quickly. We're looking at starting offering credit accounts so people can pay monthly online, and we offer a free return service, which is very good. Right. And we're looking at maybe going into high street stores as well.
I hope you don't mind me asking that, but you said you're 24 stone.
I am.
That's
yes.
A big fella. Well, how do you cope at that size? I'm 18 stone, and you're 6 stone bigger than me.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you cope with that?
Well, I find it limiting in some areas, but I know people that are a lot bigger than me, and you get used to it. And just because somebody's big or maybe slightly overweight, it doesn't mean that they can't be fit and healthy. If you look at somebody like Terry Hollands, who is one of the podium finishers at World's Strongest Man, yeah. He's 30 stone. He's 6'7". He's a huge man, and he can run around all day.
Yeah. Well, you look well on it. You look. I mean, I like the shirt. It's a nice sort of Ben Sherman effect, I might say. Very yes. quite mod.
It is. Well, we're looking at taking on some of the big brands, because we that's another thing that people find is that they can only get clothes in big sizes from specialist suppliers like Ed Baxter, Espionage. We actually want to go a bit further and start bringing in Fred Perry and some of the top high street brands.
Ben, I wish you well with it. I didn't genuinely realise you're only a week and a half into the business, so I hope it goes really well. I'm very impressed by the fact that you've sort of thought, well, I'm not having this. I'll do something. Most of us have just thought, oh, well, we're just going to accept life, but you've actually started a business to try and cater for your needs and other people.
Yes, well, what I've seen, Burnsy, is, no pun intended, but this is an expanding market. People are getting bigger. The diets out there are changing. There's a lot more fast food, and we felt that we had to deal with this problem.
Okay. Nice to meet you. Good luck with it. Appreciate your time. Ben Pearson from Scunthorpe on the programme. His new company, Big Clothing for You. If you've any thoughts on anything, as always, you're here on the programme. We would love to hear from you on the programme. You can call, you can text, you can email. These are the numbers.
Be part of the David Byrne Show. Text 81333 and start your message with RH. Call